Aaron Burr's great love begins amid the violence and confusion of the Revolutionary War. He is a colonel in the Continental Army. She, the widow of a British officer killed in the West Indies. He encounters Theodosia while protecting her home from American raiders, who impute the Toryism of the deceased to his widow. She admires the dark-eyed, black-haired young officer, a common reaction among Burr's female acquaintances. Less predictable is the affection he develops toward her. She is 10 years his elder, and neither beautiful nor rich. But she is intelligent, educated, and willing to speak her mind. The women Burr grew up among were sometimes intelligent and often outspoken, but none had much education or seemed to miss it. Burr is fascinated by this woman, with whom he can converse as an equal. A battle injury compels him to retire from the army and frees him to court Theodosia. They marry in 1782. She gives him a daughter, whom he names after her. He promises to provide the younger Theodosia all the advantages of education and expectation the well-to-do typically accord their male children, but deny their girls. "If I could foresee that Theo would become a mere fashionable woman," he tells her mother, "with all the attendant frivolity and vacuity of mind, adorned with whatever grace and allurement, I would earnestly pray God to take her forthwith hence. But I yet hope, by her, to convince the world what neither sex appear to believe, that women have souls." Theo idolizes her father from the moment she can express herself. She frequently talks of and calls on her dear papa, her mother writes Burr, when the child is 2 and he is away. "Your dear Theodosia cannot hear you spoken of without an apparent melancholy, insomuch that her nurse is obliged to exert her invention to divert her, and myself avoid to mention you in her presence. She was one whole day indifferent to everything but your name. Her attachment is not of a common nature." Others will note the uncommon nature of the attachment between father and daughter, which grows only stronger with time. Burr directs Theo's education from his library when at home, and from his stagecoach, his hotel, and wherever his law practice takes him when he is traveling. "It is surprising that you tell me nothing of Theo," he chides his wife when Theo is 7. "I would by no means have her writing and arithmetic neglected. It is the part of her education which is of the most present importance. If Shepherd, one of her tutors, will not attend her in the house, another must be had. But I had rather pay him double than employ another." Theo's mother endorses the educational project, within the limits of maternal tenderness. She begins to cipher, she assures her husband regarding Theo's arithmetic studies. French proceeds apace. "Mr. Chevalier attends regularly, and I take care she never omits learning her French lesson. I believe she makes most progress in this." Music lessons pose a logistical challenge. She must either have a forte piano at home or renounce learning it. Theo responds with spirit, including resistance to excessive study. "I will not use severity, and without it, at present, I can obtain nothing," her mother writes Burr when Theo is being stubborn, albeit charmingly so. "The moment we are alone, she tries to amuse me with her improvement, which, the little jade knows, will always command my attention." Theo doesn't write her father as frequently as he wishes. "Theo has begun to write several letters, but never finished one," her mother explains. "The only time she has to write is also the hour of general leisure, and when once she is interrupted..."